We might be back. I don't know what just happened to the internet, but we were down there for just a moment. So if you guys are still there, I don't know if I'm not seeing the chat messages. Let me see if I can... So I lost the chat. I lost a bunch of stuff that just happened there. It looks like my internet just had a hiccup for a second. But there's a chunk in my conversation where it says, welcome to the chat room. You guys may have things that you said. I didn't get to see them there. So if you said things in the last couple of minutes, I wasn't able to see it. But please post them again and we'll do it. So now I have, this was W. Giorgio's image. So we're going to take W. Giorgio's image, maybe. I guess I'll download it. All sorts of viruses, I'm sure, embedded in this image, right? Downloads, W. Giorgio. And then we'll come over here and we'll open that. So W. Giorgio, I need to know where am I putting you? Where am I putting this head, W. Giorgio? Can you, do I have Thor? I do have Thor, but I don't have him in this picture. I have several Thors, actually, I think. But all of my Marvel characters are unfortunately on another wall. So we gotta pick, so you want Scrooge, okay. Transform, scale. Whoa, let's not do that. Bring this over here, zoom in a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Match up those shoulders just a little bit. No, we're gonna make it bigger. Like so. There you go. This is W. Giorgio. Okay, so now we can save this. And then export. And this will be funkawall.png. Replace. And then over here in my S3 bucket, we should be able to upload again, choose the same file, next, next, upload. And that should just replace it. So we did it 11:15 last time. It's now 11:23, so we should see that date update. But I think the image name and the URL and everything should stay the same. There we go. And so now if you come to the web page and you click on this, stop it. This image should now have W. Giorgio in it, and it does. Awesome. So that's going to be our process of uploading those images on there. So the three of you are on there. I think one of the other things that I want to do, and I should do this now so that I'm not overwhelmed by the work later, is that I should put your names on there, right? Let's see if we can do that pretty easily. So if I do like a little box right over your head, right under your head, no, right under your character. We'll do it right under wherever your character happens to be, and we'll fill it in, and then we'll do some text. We'll say P. Karthik R. So now I feel like I want to create groups for these people. P. Karthik R. And he will have his text and his image in there. where did I put the... I put it on W. Giorgio's layer. I gotta fix that too. So we take this, drop it right there, and then this layer goes into Karthik's folder also, but behind his text, like so. Okay, and so then I can create a new folder for Trade Last. And he's going to get his image in the folder, but the Trade Last folder should come out to like the root. There we go. And then I'm going to take these two, paste them into Trade Last's folder. We'll even link them up. And then Trade Last is up here. We'll change your text to Trade Last. There we go. And then the third one was W. Giorgio. So we'll do that one too. So Trade Last folder can close. Karthik's folder can close. New folder for W. Giorgio. And then we take these two, copy, paste. Nope. Put these in the W. Giorgio folder also. That's perfect that it put them on the screen for me. All right. Why can't I grab that? Did I grab the wrong ones? I did. So okay, so we're going to take this one, move it down here, and we're going to take this one, move it up here. And then we can zoom in and fix this. So this one now goes under W. Giorgio, like so. And it becomes like this, W. Giorgio. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now I can close each of those folders. And we are golden. So save that, export as PNG. I probably should put myself on the Bob Ross one. I think you're right about that. Funko wall on the desktop. Replace it. Come back to S3. And we should be able to upload that same file for the third time. And now this becomes a really easy process when I want to add somebody new. I will always want public access. Do I really have to make that choice every time? Upload. All right, so as soon as that's uploaded, I think you guys will all be able to access that image. Is this a cool way to do this, to just put it on the channel page down here at the bottom? You guys like that? Is that a happy compromise? Okay, awesome. So if you guys want to get on the wall and you're not there already, just cash in those 4,000 points, and you can do that. All right, so we have way derailed. Also, my Twitter doesn't seem to be working anymore, but we'll fix that another time too. One of the other things that I wanted to point out is we were building this thing. is that as I was talking to my Alexa app, and I was getting it startup, you have to spend the 4,000 points and send me a link to your logo. It'll ask you for to provide that information when you spend your 4,000 points, and then I would be happy to post it for you. But all you have to do, if you haven't seen it, down here where the chat is, you hit that little Blanken points icon and you see this thing, and there's one right here that is. Just post the link right here in the chat, Gold Zulu, and I will add you. That's all you need to do. I see that you've redeemed right there. Gonna make me jump back into Photoshop, which is great. And I will add you to our wall of fun. I wasn't sure if you guys would like this. I thought this was kind of a fun idea, though, since we're always talking about the pops that are behind me. Why not pop all of you? Karthik, good to see you, man. Thanks for coming. Glad you're on the wall, sitting on a toilet. All right, Gold Zulu, while you're doing that, one of the things that I was going to mention is that I saw that I was getting the text messages from my skill, and I don't understand why all of a sudden it's working again. So I'm gonna try this from a device and see if I get a text message. Alexa, open scavenger hunt.
I've sent you a text message for the first puzzle. Good luck.
And it
What
worked.
is your answer?
Stop. Guys, this is so bizarre. For those of you that have been here a lot, I've really struggled with this text messaging service at AWS SNS, simple notification service, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know why. I haven't changed any code. Kevin Evans, please, 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 if you have some examples you want to get into, please do it, and come and ask questions and let me know what you think. My team is also responsible for all of those tutorials. The cookbook has a lot of good examples too, W. Giorgio. That's a very good point. There's lots of cool stuff to do there. So I'm really glad that you're diving into this stuff. That's awesome. Okay, so I noticed I called this Spoker Word. That's probably not going to work. But what we should try next is buying a product. I'll have to deploy that again. But buying a product that I don't have a name for. Oh, if you don't know the cookbook, here, I'll get you a link to it. But it's github.com/Alexa. And then in here, if you haven't been to our GitHub, by the way, Kevin, I can't recommend that enough. I don't want to do any of this stuff. Just let me go to the thing I was asking for. Alexa. And in here, we have something called the Alexa Cookbook. So this is a huge slew of sample code and all sorts of other things that allow you to do simple things. So like for code snippets, right? If you need, this isn't actually the one I wanted, for feature demos. If I want to use the reminders API, there's a sample here that has exactly the code you need to do it. If I want to do dynamic entities, got that right here. If I'm looking for specific AWS services, you can see that I have like talking to SQS and how to do that. So there's lots and lots of samples in here. And again, they're just samples. They're not standalone full skills. They're just the code that you need to do the thing. So it does require you to know a little bit, but there's lots and lots of these kinds of things in here for you to play with. And so let me post that to the chat for you, which I can do here. And we have an image from Gold Zulu that has just come in. And it looks like that. My goodness, that's beautiful. Let's copy that image. And I need to know, no, dude, you're great. I'm probably gonna have to chop it up a little bit anyway. Let's paste it here. And where would you like it to go? Did you have a specific character you were hoping to be on the head of? Kevin, it's not a derail, man. I'm here to help. I know I'm sitting here doing a bunch of coding for myself on a project I'm working on, but I'm doing it because I know you guys are learning stuff. Ernie, okay, awesome. Edit, transform, scale. Scale you down a little bit, just so you fit on Ernie's face a little bit. We're gonna go a little bigger than that. There we go. Okay, and so I need to create a new folder for you that is Gold Zulu, and we'll put your image in that folder, and then I need this and this. Put those in your folder, and then this layer, where did it go? This layer and this layer should be joined. Oh, it's over here, okay. So we'll put your name right here, and all we gotta do is change your name now. And this one is Gold Zulu. Let's take a closer look at that, just to see if we can't do better with your head. Ooh. Here, let's do this. We're gonna trim some of the bottom of your head off. And let's see, I'll make it just a little bit bigger, I think. Transform it. There we go. All right. And startup head, did I see you cashing your points already? I don't know if I remember seeing that. W. Giorgio, Karthik. Maybe I'm missing it. I'm happy to do it, but like I want to make sure I'm following the rules here. There's Trade Last. He was the first one. Oh, okay. So when you do that, I will grab your image, and we can go from there. What do you think, Gold Zulu? Is that good? Save it. Export. Save it as the Funko wall. And then we'll upload our image here. I did answer his question, yeah. The question was, with the persistent attributes, you only can save data about the specific user. You cannot do larger queries in the persistent attributes just to use it like a database. Persistent attributes are meant just to be holding attributes for a specific user. And so if you want to do it startup, it's hidden behind my screen, but if you look at this one, this is similar. So this is where you type messages. Right below it, there's a little icon. And if you click on that icon, this is where you see your points and how you can spend them. And so you're going to spend the 4,000 point one to do that. To be able to talk to your DynamoDB and like look up stuff for other people or do queries against your whole database, you're going to need to use the AWS SDK to do that. The persistent attributes are just meant to be for that specific user. Cheers, Trade Last. Thank you. Okay, so that is that. Looks like startup has done it. So I'm going to go to my Twitter. Karthik, I got to save that image too. And we're going to go to my messages, and I have a message from startup. And it looks like, oh, that's beautiful. All right, so let's take that. And then we'll go over to my Photoshop. Paste it. We need to get rid of some white. We can do that magically like so. And then we got to shrink it down. So a startup, where do you want yours to be? That's a cool logo, by the way. Which character would you like your thing to be? We have lots of options. But I'm thinking you might have one in mind, so I'd love to put it on the one that you'd like. A prominent place. You don't have a specific character in mind? We could try maybe Twinkie the Kid. You're the same color. How about like right here? No Fiverr Photoshop gigs for me. I can tell a quick story about this. The reason that I am proficient at Photoshop is because I was a good web developer. I worked at a lot of advertising agencies very early on in my career, and while I was doing that, a lot of the designers that I worked with had come from print, right? The web was still relatively new, and a lot of them had been doing a lot of print design for advertising customers and things like that. And so they would make this beautiful layout of what the web page was supposed to look like, and they would send it to me. And they'd say, this is what the thing should look like. And then I'd have to sit down and I'd have to write some custom HTML and JavaScript and CSS to get that thing to look and act the way that they expected it to. The challenge is that they didn't know what was possible all the time, and they certainly didn't know anything about like how I should use colors to lay stuff out. So they ended up chopping up images that were just these big chunks of solid color. And I was like, no, I can do that with HTML. Like I can make that gray box, and then it doesn't cost us anything, right? There's no images or weight to that. And so slowly but surely, I found that it was better for me to learn how to use Photoshop than it was for them to learn how the browser works, how HTML structure and all that stuff. And so that's kind of how I got good at Photoshop, was having to learn how to chop up all those images and learn how to do things like transparency and all these other things. And so I don't use Photoshop a ton anymore, but I find that I still know enough to like get me where I need to be. He made a Myst-inspired HyperCard game back in the day. Oh man, that sounds awesome. I loved Myst. In fact, on my shelf here, I have... I don't know if you know this, Trey Last. You probably do. But they wrote a book. It's called The Book of Atlas. And I snatched this thing up right when it came out. But it's a whole book, or Book of Atlas, sorry. But this is a whole book based on that game. Super cool. Okay, so I learned Photoshop when I made a Myst-inspired thing about a year before the web gave me a real purpose for using it. That's super cool. You built that on HyperCard. Yeah, I loved Myst, man, and Riven. I still have all the discs for those games, but the graphics aren't nearly as good as I remember them being. But man, those were good games. So Startup, I still haven't gotten specific clarification for you. Is it okay to put you? Oh, Karthik, thank you for the subscribe. Oh, that's actually. He gifted Karthik a subscription. Kevin, thank you, man. That's really appreciated. I need to put some more information on my Twitch page, because what we're going to be doing is taking all of the money that comes in from subscribers. So I'll have to do something about that. I'll create a box with a header and everything. But what we're going to be doing is donating. I did not type that right at all. That was just stirrscholarship.org. Yeah, so this is a scholarship for women in technology. And so I'm going to be taking all of the funds that are donated to this channel through subscriptions, through those bits that you can buy and cheer and do all that kind of stuff with. Any of that money that's donated, all of that will end up here. And the point of this scholarship is to lift up people that have had fewer opportunities, certainly underrepresented minorities, and those kinds of things, and help them get into college, help fund part of their college, basically, through this scholarship. And this is an appropriate day to talk about this because today is this foundation, this scholarship was started from the conference that I'm a part of, Stir Trek, and we thought we could do more for the community. And so we take a decent chunk of any money that we have left over at the end of the year, and we fund this scholarship with it. And we just gave some money away. I think we even have, is it under resources? There's a place where we even talk about the people that we have given scholarships to, but it's these kinds of organizations that we're really trying to support. So I don't know if we have the most recent winners on here. But anyway, that's what we will take this money for. So don't feel like, oh, I'm going to give Jeff $1. You're not giving me any money. But what you are doing is helping underrepresented people get an opportunity to have a scholarship in technology. So super, super awesome. Okay, so thank you again for that, Kevin. Really appreciate it. Startup. I don't know if you're still here. Haven't heard much from you lately. But I don't have a specific opinion from you yet on where you should go. Well, there is no me in the picture, and it has to go, at least until we fill up this wall, it has to go on one of the figures. That's kind of the deal. So I'm happy to put you on any one of the figures that you see. I know you'd love it like here and big. I can't do that yet. Maybe we'll have people do donations or something like that if they want to buy a spot on the wall. But I think for now, what I would like to do is figure out what character you'd like your logo on. And if you don't care, that's fine too. I can just put it here. I think that's a good spot. But everybody gets kind of the same amount of space. Again, this is a free, fun activity. I could put you on SpongeBob too. Your logo kind of looks like SpongeBob. You like Twinkie the Kid? All right, I'll leave it there. And then we'll go in and do our naming stuff too. So there's Twinkie the Kid. We need to create a new folder. Startup. We're gonna need a bigger box for you. And then in here, I need these 2 layers. And then the gold Zulu layer is going to have to be startup a little bit smaller. There we go. And then we'll take that, move it right under your character there. All right, good to know, Trayless. So you might be slightly older now, is what you're saying? All right, I'm going to save that, and then we'll export it, and we'll get it posted up on the web. Thank you, Startup, for spending the points to do that. That's awesome. Yeah, tell me about gray beards, man. This is really, really disappointing how gray my beard is. All right, and then we need to upload it to S3. What if I just say upload? Hopefully that just does it, and I don't need to worry about permissions and stuff like that. All right, it's loading. It's getting up there. We're on our way. Well, this was a fun idea. I'm glad we were able to pull this off. Now, if I come to my Funko Wall image and I just load this, we should see. Oh, so see, if I don't choose that choice, then it locks me out. So I need to say make this public. I'm gonna have to do it every time. That's crazy. Now, if I do it, now our image loads. Okay, and there's startup. Awesome, you're on the wall. Congratulations! Thank you for the participation. You guys are super cool. The logo is done using the spelling of our startup name, which resembles Lord Ganesha, who is famous worldwide. Of course, I've heard of Lord Ganesha. I think that's actually a really excellent logo. It's very well done. I like it. Okay, so we have, oh my gosh, we have 10 minutes left? Well, we made some good progress. I wanted to test asking for a different product, and we have successfully uploaded our code. So let's give that a try real quick. Alexa, open scavenger hunt.
I've sent you a text message for the first puzzle.
Alexa,
Good luck.
buy a pickle. Ooh. That's not something we've had to do today.
Intent request.
Stop.
Goodbye.
What's our error? Cannot read property 0 of undefined at line 511. Okay. .511. Let's do a console log here. What's in there? Yeah, that's the next thing I'm going to look at is the request envelope to see what I actually got. Very, very good question. Trade Last, you've clearly been tuning in. In here, I have pickle. So I get the value they said, and I get no match. Oh, it's because there aren't... I can't do it that way. I just need to say if the resolutions are empty, I can't check the 0. So if requested product is undefined, then there is no array at all. Thank you for that tip, TradeLast. Like, just looking at that solved the problem for me. That should do it. So let's push some more code, and let's see if that doesn't solve our problem. Because what I wanted to do is say, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have, like, I can't sell you a pickle. Okay, that's done. Alexa, open scavenger hunt. Alexa, buy a pickle.
I'm sorry. We don't have a product called pickle. Please try your purchase request again.
Buy a hint. Okay, well the happy path doesn't work either, apparently.
Intent request.
Let's see what I did there.
Fallback intent.
Fallback intent.
I think you just whispered to me. From now on, when you whisper, I will whisper back. You can always say, turn off whisper mode. Now, before we can play the game, I need to make sure I have your mobile phone number. Sometimes we need to send you
Alexa, stop.
text message. Goodbye.
Okay, so I'm going to have to do this the more manual way, which is I need to make sure that the reference name that I'm using matches the name that I have in my slot. So my slot values for this product are hint and subscription. And I think I'm screwing that part up too. Let's look at that first. So when I come in here and I said hint, I got a match. What I return is this values array, and so I want value.name. That's the thing that I need to match. So in here, value.name, then I think I can still do this to lowercase. I was thinking I could probably do this, but it's because this property didn't exist. To lowercase. All right, one more go. So we only have a few minutes left. Spiking in viewers all of a sudden. We're like, we were hovering around 6 or 7 most of the show, and now we're up to 11. Thank you guys all for being here. I don't know who's here, but I'm glad you are. Okay. Great. Code is launched. Let's see what we get. Alexa, open scavenger hunt.
I've sent you a text
Alexa,
message for the first puzzle.
Buy a hint.
Puzzle hint is 99 cents plus tax. Would you like to buy it?
Stop. And you can't see on the screen here, but it says to do, replace this with a long form product description for display. So that is one of the properties that I'll have to put in my ISP file that will be shown right there on the screen. I think that's the only time that it's actually shown. It might also show in the purchase prompt in the Alexa app. Let's take a look at that. If I go into my Alexa app and I look at activity for my cards, no, it doesn't write that out there. So that purchase prompt description that's in the JSON for my ISP is displayed there on the screen, and we'll have to make sure. Let me check and see which one that actually is, since we're here. So if I look at language for English US, this detailed description is the one they showed on the screen. That's very, very cool. All right, so we'll have to update those things and figure that stuff out. We're not even close to done. But I think we're now in a position where the only thing we can't do is upsell. We can't handle someone buying the subscription. So I'm going to leave that as a note for myself before, so we can knock that out first thing on Monday. Fix the... is the lamp not working? Did we hit a bug or something? Oh, because my internet died. That went down. There, it's back. Sorry, Tradelast. Sorry, Lord of Sound. Yeah, when my internet went out, the node instance stopped running, which I guess makes sense. Fix the successful purchase handler so that it can handle the subscription. Handle when someone tries to cancel their subscription. Okay, a couple more to-dos, but I think we can now knock this out. I think we're good on selling hints. So I'm going to take that one out. Hey, it's May. Where's Baby Yoda? Well, let's take a look at that. I just got a notification in my email, which you know how much I love to show my email on screen, but we'll do it because I care about you guys. I got an email in here from the company Entertainment Earth, which is where I that's not it though. It should probably cost extra. Here it is. So I just got this email today, just so you guys can see this. The Mandalorian, the Child Pop Vinyl Figure. Estimated release date is May 2020. This email says, though, that they're going to be sending it soon. I ordered it December 3rd, 2019. It's been quite a while, but this will be 6 of them. I mentioned that I'm buying 6 of them. And so I don't know how we'll do it, but I feel like maybe we should give one away here. It would probably have to be US only, because the cost, I think, of shipping something like this might get astronomical. But maybe we could have a fundraiser of some kind to sell one of those in an auction. I don't know. Let's think about that. But we can't do that till they get here. So that's the good news, is that is coming. Okay, so we're at time. Thank you, guys. This was fun today. We came up with a new fun way to get people to engage, and the only way to get your face on there, of course, is to watch. So you're going to have to tune in and join us. So that's it. We're going to have a nice weekend here, hopefully, in Columbus. And I'm going to spend a lot of time outside if I can. But this has been great. I'm so glad that you guys were all here. And I'm glad that we could all do this. So everybody take care. Have a safe weekend. Wash your hands. And I will see you on Monday.